see things that, you normally don't see when you just look at numbers. Those types of things that tell you like where that investment's going, which then says, oh, now let's go walk the property and look at some of this stuff. When you're buying properties, especially if you're going to play in the 5 to 40 unit range, always identify first what the cap is for an apartment of that class in the area. Write that down first. 5 to 40 units, write down on your paper, identify the cap for that class of property. Is it a C class property, a B class? Typically you would be going after B class. You'd probably be going after C. That's where the best upswings are. From there, when you're now looking at other properties, whatever the cap, if they tell you it's an 8 cap, then do you want to buy it at a higher or a lower cap rate? Higher, right? Yeah, you want to buy it at a higher because then you can sell it at a lower cap, which gives you a higher value on the building. Okay?
It wasn't 4 units, or I might get a cap rate.
Yeah, find it, and you can do it from a commercial broker. Let them know that you're interested in buying C-class apartments in a certain area and what's the going cap rate. And they typically already have this stuff done, and they can send you a report on it, okay? You just got to be clear with it. Look, the commercial world's it's a different. It's not like an agent. They don't, not all of them play as nice as real estate agents. Let's just put it that way. It's a very slickish community. And they don't always like new people coming into that community. And so it's just different. So you just got to keep plugging in until you find somebody that's willing to work with you. That's like, it's just different. And you'll see it. If you guys start calling commercial brokers out of the blue just to talk to them, just to see what those conversations go like, you'll find out real quick. They'll start throwing all kinds of stuff at you. But just know this, we're looking for 10 to 40 years old. I love that more than anything because the older the building, the better the price I get. And also it moves us into that high cash on cash world. Middle class, low expenses equals more cash flow. On average, a building, let's say you buy a fourplex, which they're everywhere. 3plexes, 2plexes, 4plexes, you just got to find them. You should be hovering somewhere between 50 and 60% expenses. That's a normal expense ratio on a building. When you consider debt, taxes, insurance, management, all of that included in there, it's going to be somewhere around 50 to 60%. If you're running a building and it's pushing closer to 70%, then we got a problem. Like even when we evaluate a rental building and we put it in a calculator, the first thing I do is scroll to the bottom and look at the expense ratio. If that thing's at 75, I'm like, okay, this looks good. Because now that this is a problem I can solve to take a building that landlord doesn't think is a good investment, and then I can turn it into a good investment, right? And if I could turn it into a good investment by eliminating expenses or passing expenses off to the tenants, then I can take that 70 down to a 55, 58, 60, which then increases my cash flow, right? And then that's just understanding like where they're paying and really how to dig through their P&Ls. One of the other things you got to get real good at when you're buying a building is getting those P&Ls from them to look for, write this down, deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance. Because deferred maintenance will come up and get you. And we're looking at their expenses. Hey, what have they been changing? What have they updated? Have they spent any money? And one of the big signs is when you see maintenance. And you're seeing it, AC maintenance, AC maintenance, AC maintenance. Well, what are they doing? They're patching it. Oh, let's go stick some more Freon in there and they're good to go for a while. Oh, let's go put some bubble gum on that thing and it'll be good for a while. And that's what we're investigating. We're doing, not that I'm an accountant at any reason, but it's like a financial audit. We're forensic. We're digging in. We're trying to see things that, you normally don't see when you just look at numbers. But it's those types of things that tell you like where that investment's going, which then says, oh, now let's go walk the property and look at some of this stuff.